Who was the author of the book, and what was the name of it?
The book was called Goodbye Piccadilly, Farewell Leicester Square. And the author is a man named Arthur la Bern.
Has he done other things that you've used
I
before?
believe, not of mine, no, but I believe one of his books was made into a film some years ago called Saturday Night and Sunday Morning.
Did he have, in a case like this, does the author, the original author, have any say about what you make, or do you pay him and then say goodbye?
In this particular case, the book was already sold by him to his publishers. So our contact was with the publishers direct.
Now, he doesn't, in a case like that, come along and say, I'm making my picture called Frenzy, my name is in the credits, I want you to do it my way.
Well, that has happened, of course.
What do you do in a case like that?
You don't do anything because rights are bought, all embracing.
I see.
For infinity, and the author has nothing to say. The point is, you see, you very often see a book sold for movies, and part of the deal is that the author shall write his own screenplay. And it seems to me a rather strange way of doing business, because a man who writes a book, that's one medium, but the motion picture is another medium entirely. And apparently the front offices, shall we call them, seem to ignore the fact that they're asking one man to be master of two media. And one can readily say it is rarely that good literature makes good film.
Why would that be?
Well, because you're dealing with words, you're dealing with descriptions, and so forth. And very often the actual quality of literature has no bearing on the film whatsoever.
Well, the story does. What you buy is the story, isn't it?
You buy the story, that is true.
And that's the novelist's brainchild.
That is true.
He invented the characters and the actions.
Right. Now, of course, as you can imagine, a novelist doesn't necessarily tell his story with the same conciseness that we want to on the screen, any more than a playwright. You see, the playwright is restricted to the proscenium arch and 3 acts, or 2 as the case may be. And the playwright approaches his whole thing with those elements in mind. But the novelist can ramble on. His book can be a tome 2 inches thick.
And he can divert, he can describe. He describes things that you have to put there.
That is right. You see, he probably would spend a page or 2 pages describing a landscape that you can go out and look at and put on the screen if you wait for the right light and allow God to be your art director.
Do you allow that, Mr. Hitchcock?
Naturally, of course, because he's a very good art director. And in consequence, you get what has taken 2 pages to describe, 10 seconds on the screen.